Alright, we are back with game 2 of our budget blue-black control list. Let's get into it. On the draw. Alrighty, and this hand is terrible. Easy mulligan. This hand's a little bit better. Go and keep this. What do we want to bottom? Probably this check for traps. Probably the worst card in our hand. We get to untap land. Tap land into untap land, hold up disruption or reject, and then play a second disruption. This is probably not anything we're going to foretell. So a blue-red. See how we do against this matchup. We might actually want to foretell this. I don't see us holding up a counterspell for turn 4. Actually, they do have unexpected windfall. I think I want to snap one of those with a counterspell, and I think that's fine. And yeah, so I think if we tapped out for to foretell this, I think they'd run off an unexpected windfall on their turn instead of waiting for us. Because that would be the right play. Ooh, interesting. Alright. We're going to go ahead and foretell this now. And pass the turn. These control mirrors are kind of hard. So something like Celeste to be able to discard their bad cards. Game 1s, we both will have a lot of bad cards. Now they'll have a lot of bad removal spells, so will I. I did not cast the Behold the Multiverse in case they had a Divide by Zero. I think they would do it then. But we will do it now because we need to hit land drops. Because I have to be worried about getting tapping too low. I will just take both lands. I think we do. We just want to hit land drops. We want to get into a spot where we can Hullbreaker Horror into Epiphany. Memory Dealer is actually a good draw as well. Gets us some more card advantage. Let's go and pop this off on their end step. Alright. Nice. Another horror and then a land. Gotta keep hitting our land drops. Now, Hullbreaker Horror cannot be countered, but since Divide by Zero is a popular card right now, we're not just gonna run this out and let it get divided. Alright, so we are gonna pop this off as well. Just run this back again. We don't really mind discarding the hand size. We have a lot of just bad cards right now. was at 9, so we're at 10. Let's discard. Let's just run out a Meat Hook Massacre here, and then we'll discard a Power Word Kill. Alright, the pause there definitely, I mean, this is giving them priority, so they might not have something like that, but alright, that's fine. We get to kill this now. Then we can pop this off. Alright, so they're just countering their own. So we'll go get a black source and Power Word Kill this. Again. Alright, we can turn off full control now. They have to have a Fading Hope, yep. So we're slowly just getting rid of the cards in their hand. And we can just discard this Meat Hook Massacre because it doesn't matter. And we see the importance of hitting our land drops. Like, we are going to be casting multiple spells in a single game. In a single turn. I mean, not a game. Obviously, we're going to play more than one spell in a game. We're just going to be casting a lot of spells over the course of this game. Ooh, that's a good one. So, we really need to be... play my own here. That way when I Power Word Kill theirs, I can return their spell in their hand. And if they try to interact with this, they have to tap out. We are double spelling, unfortunately, turn it back to day. Alright, we've taken care of their one correct horror. We did use 2 of our removal spells to do it, which is a little unfortunate. Interesting discarding teachings. I actually think we're pretty favored in this matchup, especially post board. We have a lot of good cards that we get to bring in against these control decks. Interesting. I can Horror plus Memory Deluge counter this. I think this is fine though. I'll let them draw 2. I want to play Horror on their end step, so they have to tap out, so we can play Epiphany and get a decent chunk of damage. Alright, expressive iteration. That is the reason to be in red. We've gone through 2 divide by zeros so far. We have 2 more for them. I wonder if they're playing Lear. Lear's one we really have to keep an eye out for. They're gonna get them insane. Yep, there it is right there. 3, 4, 5, 6. So this reject's not gonna do anything. So let's go ahead and wash this away. For 1 mana, nice. We're just using our counter spells because they'll be useless if this Lear resolves anyway. If they have interaction, we can Hullbreaker Horror, reject, and then bounce whatever they play back to their hand. Interesting. I don't know if that's a bug or not. That must have been some sort of visual bug, because you cannot foretell cards while the stack is full. Gosh, Arena's so buggy. This client is so bad. Alright. Alright, opponent got their divide by 0 off. They are pretty much tapped out now, though. I think I want to field their field here, so they can't field my Hall. We have a 3rd field anyway. I don't think this does anything crazy. It gives them 3 mana, so they could have the 4th divide by 0. Right. Another Hall is fine. I'm gonna play this. It doesn't really matter. So I can either Alrund's Epiphany or Horror. I think we're just passing here. We have Horror plus Memory Deluge. Opponent's also down to 4 cards. Man, this has been a long game 1. Opponent's seen a lot more cards than us. Like 26 cards left. We've only seen 1 Horror. We have not seen any Epiphanies either from them. So I'm assuming both of these are Alrund's Epiphanies. You have 15 mana. Jeez. That's so much. Alright, and this is the reason to play red. This card right here. So they're gonna take literally an infinite number of turns here. And it doesn't matter if we counter this; they still get the copies. So I could bounce one of them to their hands, which is probably what I want to do here. If the 4th divide by 0, Jesus. And fuck divide by 0. It seems my opponent always has 4 of it, and it's always amazing. Alright. Well, opponent gets to take 3 extra turns here, but 6 power into play for whatever fucking reason. Alright, let's just let them do their thing. Or one counterspell doesn't do much here. I think we're just dead. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15. Yep, we're just dead. Man, fuck all runs Epiphany. Alright, game 2. We get quite a few cards. Ooh, we don't have our discard spell. That's a little interesting. Rejects out. What do we even cut here? Some power word kills, I guess. Meathook Massacre. Just board up a million counter spells. We'll cut these instead of grasp. Bring in a grasp, I guess. Alright. That looks good. I think the biggest issue with sideboarding like this, we need to be very careful with Leer. Leer's going to shut off a big portion of our deck right now. And we have fewer counter spells to deal with it. Alright, game 2, we're on the play this time. Jesus, let's roll again. Alright, well, we have a playable hand. Discard. I might discard a land here, actually. We have 3. So we're going to foretell this on 2. And then this is a good draw. We can play this on 2, and then we can decide whether we want to hold this as a land or not. Hopefully we get to snag a draw spell with this. What's it called? Expressive Duration. Nope. Alright. We're going to run this out and let them divide by 0 this so we can get this check for traps off. Alright, both of those are good. I think we'll just keep both of those. Might as well. Land and draw spell. Do we check for traps with this syncopate up? I think we do. They don't have any big 4 mana plays, so getting this down here, getting some information, getting something good out of their hand. A negate, huh? That's fine. Alright, so it looks like opponent did bring in counter spells. Makes me think they're less likely to have Leer. We keep hitting land drops, which was nice. So we can keep holding up this disruption. I'm going to run this Memory Deluge off on their end step. Alright. Land. Behold the Multiverse. We'll just take another Memory Deluge. So we'll play Field of Ruin, Foretell, Epiphany, and then hold up Deluge again. Or our counter spells. Ooh, opponent had to discard to hand size. That's like getting a free card out of them. Alright, 6 mana. Opponent does not have their Celeste thing, whatever it's called. That really helped them last game, getting them a lot of card selection, not necessarily advantage, but they gotta discard a lot of their dead cards. Kind of go through their deck pretty effectively. Alright, Windfall in there. Through 2 iterations and then a gate. It's gonna be a long video. Jeez. Time difference is pretty typical. We're at almost 22 minutes. Opponent's at 18. I guess we'll take this. And gonna check for traps. See what our opponent's got. Just have an army of counter spells now. Probably. Ooh, lots of cards. Hullbreaker Horror is probably the best one. So that's what we'll take. Can't be countered. We'll take Hullbreaker Horror there. And pass the turn. Divide by 0 is their only counter spell. Do I want to interact with this? I think I actually do. Like I said, this gives them a lot of card selection. So let's see, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna negate this. This might be a little aggressive. They can, I mean, they can't divide by 0 because I'm going to recast it. Alright, opponent doing some thinking. Did they draw another counter spell? Or just Windfall in here? Alright, this I do want to counter as well. Ooh, I can make them pay 2. So let's Disdainful Stroke this. This does make Lear less bad for us. Alright, I think we're just going to get this Alrund's Epiphany off now while we can. Just guarantee take the extra turn, put a little bit of pressure on the board. Ooh, check for traps is a good one. Take their Lear here. 3, 4, 5, 6. We cannot play a Memory Deluge, so we might as well activate Hive Tyrant and just hope we draw a good draw. Get an Expressive Duration. Alright, shields are down for 1 turn. I think this is fine though. We gave them 1 draw. Weren't able to capitalize it, which is nice. We are going to cast one of these Memory Deluge. If they want to divide by 0, that's fine. It does get exiled still. Which is unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Test for Talents is not a bad draw, especially now that they assume we don't have a counterspell, because we didn't counter this. Right, Spike-Field Hazard is fine. That does mean, this doesn't really add anything to this. We're going to 5 with this, and a 3-mana spell with a Transform Egg. Alright, another Divide by 0. We got the 3rd one. Right, that is interesting that they used that. Get rid of this fucking card. Sorry, I try not to swear too much on my stream, on my videos, but that card is so freaking annoying. Alright, Hullbreaker is a good one. Check for traps. This is actually sweet with Hullbreaker. Yeah, this is sweet. So we're going to Hullbreaker here. Check for traps, bounce this, and then take it with check for traps. Heh, that's funny. Alright, and then again, we're kind of shields down for 1 turn, but... Alright, nice. Going to game 3. Jeez, this is going to be like a 40-minute video. I don't think we want to change anything. I think we're good. Yep, I like, we might, I'm a little hesitant that we have so few removal spells. They have Leer and Hullbreaker Horror, and we just saw a dragon, so we might bring in a Grasp for a Test of Talents. That might be bad, we'll see. 4 removal spells is probably good, though. Alright. And they are ready. Let's do it. Alright, this hand is this hand's fine. 2 Infernal Grasp was a little awkward. But I mean this has lands and spells. I don't know if we can mulligan this. Right, this is an iffy 7. Every iffy 7 I've ever mulliganed has turned into an unplayable 6. So we're gonna keep this. $17.5 to $13.5. Pretty typical. 4 minutes up on our opponent. Keep pointing that out. I want people to play faster. And that's not just because I'm a bad player. Ooh, Epiphany's a good draw. Right, tap land for our opponent. Nope. Holding up Disruption. Draw his Disruption. We're in no rush to foretell this. They're not playing black. So we'll hold up our own Drawer's Disruption. Opponent has not had a express duration on turn 3 any of these games, which has been nice. Alright, this turn we get to check for traps with a counterspell up. This is probably going to be a land. In fact, we don't have any other lands in hand. Makes me not want to use it. Unless they cast a 4-mana spell right here, I would use it. Like a Unexpected Windfall. Huh. Alright, I think we take Iteration. Divide by Zero is a 2-for-1 though. Alright, let's take Divide by Zero. I've convinced myself. They need like Epiphany for this to be good. And the fact they don't have it is a good thing. For us. Although they're going to foretell it right now and then turn 8. Second Epiphany is a good one. Alright, we need to hit land 6. And we can take a few extra turns, although we don't have... If we had a man land, like a Hull, the Storm Giants. I think I'm going to negate this. Yeah, I'm actually going to let this resolve, and I'm going to Disdainful Stroke this 4-drop. So you only get 1. Right, untap land would be perfect here. No, they only have 3 cards in hand. I think we're running this out. Man, they do have 2 mana. I think we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. There are a lot of 2-mana counter spells though. They have Negate, Test for Talents, even Drawer's Disruption counters this right now. Yep, that's pretty punishing here. And they have a turn with us being tapped out. Jeez. Telling all runs Epiphany. That is not good for us. Not good for the home team. That might have been an aggressive Epiphany last turn. Playing into Drawer's Disruption. So they're 1 land away from their combo. Wash Away's not a bad one. Alright, hopefully they go for it this turn. Tap out. We can counterspell, Epiphany on our turn, get in for a big chunk of damage. Maybe counterspelling that was bad, and I should just counterspell both copies. Right, Memory Deluge is nice. In fact, I just think we're passing here. I'm gonna cast Memory Deluge on their end step. We have Wash Away plus Memory Deluge up. Did they just force hell a card again and it's speed? Jesus. Jeez, no lance. Alright, and I think this game's pretty well wrapped up. You have 2 counterspells, removal spell, Hullbreak Horror, 3rd counterspell actually, plus a Memory Deluge. Opponent has 2 cards. I'm gonna test their All-Runs Epiphany here. Get rid of all of them. Sure, bounce one of our tokens. Oh, it's only playing 3 Epiphanies? That seems bad. Two, three, four, five, six, 7. Alright, we're just gonna end step Hullbreaker Horror. Should be lethal. Alright, yep, we'll take 4 here. Opponent has no cards in hand, so they're just dead. Yep, with this jaw. Actually, they're just dead on board with even without the hull. Alright, we got there. This is a 40-minute game. We took down the stupid blue-red dragons. Nice. Feels good. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. If you watched all the way through, like, props to you. This is a long video. I appreciate it. And we will see y'all soon.